Ladies and gentlemen, Violent Games here. Today I kind of wanted to complain to you guys in the form of a semi-rant, if you will. And if you can read titles, I'm proud of you. But for those of you who can't read titles, today's video is going to be about the most recent Ana Amari change and how I think it's kind of shit. My ass is chapped. For those of you who don't know, I love Ana Amari. She's probably one of my favorite heroes in the game. She's definitely my favorite sniper in the game at this point. I'm sorry, Widowmaker, but your kid is fucking awful, and I fucking hate it. And I don't have the time to practice you every day and master headshots with a goddamn controller. It's hard, okay? I'm sorry. Anyways... So, yeah, Ana's definitely my favorite sniper in the game, period. She's definitely one of my favorite heroes. I know I said that about my last video, but, you know, I have like, at least a top 5, and she's definitely in that top 5. Let's just leave it there. Just leave it there. Let's move on. My ass is chapped. So, what is the most recent change to Ana Amari? In case you didn't know... They nerfed her biotic rifle's damage towards enemies from 80 to 60 to try to put her in a more supportive role. Now, I don't know why they did this. Maybe PC players have gotten absurdly good with Ana Amari and it just shits on Widowmaker. Maybe maybe people are just having too much fun and someone at Blizzard doesn't like humanity. I don't know why they did this because it just feels unwarranted and silly. And to provide a reason for why I feel this way is because the other buffs that Blizzard's been giving to their other support heroes seems to me that they're trying to push people into playing supports more. One big problem that seems to arise in Overwatch, and I think we've all experienced this, is that a lot of people don't want to play support, so Blizzard's trying to buff these other heroes so that they're more fun to play. And one way to definitely get DPS players off DPS and on support, give them some damage, right? You know, Mercy got a buff to her blaster, Lucio got a projectile speed increase for his little sound wave thingamadood. I don't know what the hell you call that, projectile, whatever the hell. And it seems that they want people to play support more, and they wanted to give them a bit more aggressive opportunities. And overall, utility-wise, they've really put an emphasis on that. Like let's look at the Mercy changes. Her health regen passive got buffed, as well as her blaster, like I mentioned before. And additionally, when she uses her res, she has a bit more sustain to where she cannot be killed during that initial resurrection animation. She can even use it to save herself more. She has some more invincibility frames. And they kind of, overall increase the effectiveness of how fast people come back and things like that. So, yeah, there's that. And then, like I said before, the Lucio overhaul just, completely changed the way he plays. And a lot of people try to play him like STD Spanky, and I see a lot more STD Spankies around, and, you know, Lucio's getting a bit more play, and it's pretty great. I do enjoy it. But Ana Amari has received nothing but nerfs since she received an initial buff sometime after her launching. She got like a bit of a faster fire rate, and then she got a bit more biotic darts in the clip. That's what she got. And ever since then, she's been getting nerfed progressively. And what I will say in Blizzard's defense to those nerfs is that a lot of them were warranted. Because of the triple tank meta being such a problem, the biggest change definitely seen was definitely with the biotic grenade being nerfed. It now only has a healing bonus of 50% versus, I believe, the 100%. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize, but I didn't look up stats because I'm fucking lazy. I'm doing this video on a whim. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, is they lessened the effectiveness of the biotic grenade, and as an Ana player at the time, I agreed with this change, because the triple tank meta was becoming ridiculous, with Lucio and Ana just having this ridiculous heal pool to tanks basically being unkillable to a certain extent. And biotic grenade was still left as a very effective utility, especially for the sake of blocking off heals. I still loved biotic grenade. One change I didn't agree with at the time was definitely the ultimate nerf. Ana's ultimate did get a nerf, and I'm guessing it's because in quick play and solo queue, it was kind of a nightmare at some points to just turn someone into kind of a badass, and having a speed boost on a nanoed Genji maybe was really threatening. But the reason I thought that it was kind of unwarranted is because I thought that ultimate added value to Lucio's Break It Down and Mercy's Resurrect, and Zenyatta's Transcendence. I really did. So I didn't think it was warranted, but Blizzard did it. But it didn't destroy the hero, because the saving grace of Ana Amari is definitely her ability over every other support character to defend herself. So that was kind of how she outshined the other supports, in my opinion, especially if you liked using snipers. And not only that, but like I said, Ana was definitely the greatest sniper for more casual snipers to pick up, especially on console. You know, console players, we can't aim for shit, apparently. Especially people without control freaks. Don't get me started on people without control freaks. It's a nightmare. But for a lot of people, I feel like Ana filled this void in people's heart to play sniper, period, and still be effective for their team. Like I said before, Widowmaker is just absurdly hard to play for a lot of people on console, and she just didn't have much to offer the team, so when people wanted to play Sniper a lot of the time, it meant throwing the game. Think about it, not even a lot of Hanzo players on PC can do shit. So, I mean, there's that. So, when they took away Ana's damage, they kind of sacrificed a lot, because she only had two ways of defending herself. She had the sleep dart with the rifle shot, punch, then biotic grenade. That usually dealt with a lot of harassers. Now that's even kind of nerfed itself because of that damage nerf. A lot of your harassers can still get away. Tracer can rewind. Genji could dash away in a lot of instances, and unless you're going to do a great follow-up shot, it's not really going to amalgamate to much. With all the other support heroes having utilities to get away from their harassers or deal with their harassers in a passive way, Ana doesn't have that. Ana doesn't have a get-out-of-jail-free card, so to speak. All she has is a very, very skill-oriented utility, that being Sleep Dart. It used to be, with the 80 damage, that you could actually deal with your harassers relatively well, especially if you saw them at a distance. You could start pulling off some shots and putting some damage on them, letting them know that you're a threat. You could start putting darts into a Sombra or something. You catch what I'm saying. So, the Biotic Rifle nerf almost feels like it's more of a PC-centric one. And the reason I'm making this assumption is based on the fact that the PC community can generally land a lot more shots than the console players can. But where does that leave the console version of Ana Amari? It kind of puts her in a bad place, where most people aren't going to be able to play her. And for me, again, I'm in the like 60 to 70% accuracy margin, which I think is pretty good, but even then, it just feels really bad. I have trouble dealing with some bad Genji players now. I don't feel like I do enough damage to deal with Pharah now. So if someone's playing Pharah and my team can't manage to hit them because people on console can't hit shit, then there's really nothing keeping her in check if I'm locked into the support role on solo queue, because everyone refuses to play healer. You know, if I'm stuck as Mercy, I can't deal with Pharah. You know, Ana was kind of an additional option for the team. She also kind of, having her be a support and a sniper felt really, really good. And it just hurts, guys. It just hurts so bad, and it feels unwarranted. And I can't be the only one who feels this way. I bet you there's a ton of people in the community who feel the same way as I do. As always, guys, I want to hear your opinions on this one. This is definitely something I'm curious. Do you guys think I'm just bad at the hero or something? I think she's still viable, but she's just a lot less fun to play. And I feel like Ana was never overpowered enough to warrant this change. I have never once heard, you know, me playing with a variety of people of different skill sets, anyone say, oh, Ana's OP. Gosh, Ana's doing so much damage, she needs a nerf. No one has ever said that to me personally. This is Violent Games. I'm a little sad right now. They nerfed my Ana. I just want to play my Ana. I want to look after my babies on the field, but I also want to have fun as a sniper too. I want to be able to offer some supplementary damage if my teammates are just missing their shots half the time. I want to be able to knock Pharah out of the sky if people have trouble killing vertical targets. I want to make sure that if I am skilled enough, I want to be able to deal with my backliners and predict Genji reflex and be able to do comfortable damage, as opposed to feeling like I'm helpless if my teammates don't like babysit me all the time. Maybe that's asking too much. Maybe support players, maybe Blizzard, that was their intention. Just make support players need babysitting all of the time. Which, to be honest, kind of sounds kind of shit, and I think that's what discourages people from playing these support heroes, and I think that if Blizzard wants to make a push to encourage people to play these support heroes, Ana, or at least Ana, then they should revert this change. I don't think the community's going to be salty about it. I don't think... I would say, I think the majority of people would say that Ana Mari is not overpowered, and that this change is unwarranted. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. This is Violent Games, pissing off.